Hello all. So in last lectures we have seen primitive data type. Today we are going to start with a reference data type. Under reference data type we have three major topic: object, function and array. We are starting with objects. What is an object? Object contains property and methods. When we talk about properties, so properties are the variable that holds the data value, and when we talk about function, and these functions are nothing but the some predefined actions and the steps we have. Okay, let me give you some particular examples so that you can correlate. You have some variable, name it as like employee name, and you named it data, you have stored it as a borrow, and you have another variable which you have named as employee ID, and there you have your employee ID. These names and ID belongs to some of the employee, right? And in one organization we have a different like more than like 500,000 employee we are working, right? So each and every employee has their own name, their ID, their address, their mobile number, right? So on a broader level we can say these names and ID belongs to employee, right? Each employee has this property, right? So like syntaxing of an object, let employee, and then we have this curly braces that we have seen in last lecture. Okay, so inside employee we have a property, and property consists of key value pair: employee name, then what value we have? We have borrow, and then we have another value, that is employee ID, and then we have value at 1001. Okay, this is like 10,001 value. This is a number type and this is a string type we have, and these are the key, these are the key, and these are their respective value. Overall it becomes a property. So each employee like has this name and ID as a property, and employee called becomes an object, right? So here employee is an object, employee name and these particular lines becomes property for that particular employee. Apart from this property we have some methods as well, right? So we will see that what task employee perform in the organization. So they perform task like function, and then we say employee writing the code, right? Code. So this is the function. Why we are getting this red marks? Because we have not given this comma. Whenever you have more than one property, you have to put the comma at the last of the previous property value. I said this employee is an object, so how to justify this? Let me print the statement. Okay, I called it inside a log statement, and then in last lecture we have seen type of function, and here we will print this employee ID. Now let me run this code. Okay, and run. See what output type we are getting. I am getting output type as an object, correct? So this is done. Next thing is that like how we can access these particulars value, right? Borrow this like employee ID number, right? How we can access that? To access those value we have two notations, like dot notation and the bracket notation. So first we will see the dot notation. Log we have, and then employee dot employee, see employee ID name, are the property we have, okay, for that particular employee, correct? So these are the property we have, and we can call it here. So employee dot employee name, okay. Now if we run our code, we will see we are getting borrow. Suppose somebody wants to update this value, so what they will do, so they will just do here, I have updated the value, name it as like Suresh, okay, Suresh. Now my expectation is that when I run my code, I will get Suresh as an output, correct? Okay. Another type what we have, like a bracket notation. If we don't want to use the dot notation, we have the option to use as a bracket notation. So for that, what we will do, we will use a log function to showcase you, and then we have employee, then bracket we need to put, inside bracket you need to use key. What is the key? I want to use it as like employee name, so that is my key. What is my expectation? My expectation that I will get output as a borrow. In general, day-to-day activity, we are using this dot operator. Rarely, like when we don't have the like clear picture, like what uh, we are going to select or what we are going to put as a input value, right? So in those scenario, we are using this bracket operator. So to give a better example, suppose like you have this data available from with the employee value, and you want to search the this data with the help of employee name. So as a user selection, what you have done, user selected the search result with the help of employee name, okay, and that it becomes the selection operator for that, okay. What we will do, we will create a new variable called it as like user selection, okay, and there we will assign a value. This value is nothing but the this key value, okay. So I want to use this key value as a name. Now if we want to oh, run my code, right, we can directly pass it here as a like user selection, okay, user selection. Let's see, let's run the code and see the output. See, again I am getting the borrow. Right? This is how we can do. But if somebody wants to update this value as well, so they can do the update as well. So what they can do, they will use this notation here, and then here uh, you can update, you can say Suresh, and now instead of this I want to call employee name dot employee name, okay. So this employee name I want to call, and I want to see the output. I will get as a updated value just Suresh, because previous value what we have a borrow. Now we have the updated value as a Suresh, so that's why we are getting Suresh. What we have, right? So we have this method as a, like methods also available inside this object. So if we do like employee dot task, okay, and want to run our code, let's see what output we are getting. So employee is writing, right? But after employee is writing code that we are getting. Apart from that, we are also getting undefined. So why this undefined? Because this function, okay, this function has value, but there is a no return type. So This is a by default return type we are getting from the function. So that anyhow we are going to see later section as well. But if we want to avoid those things from the our output side, then we can do return a statement here, and then in return a statement you can try to check again. See, we are this time we are only getting writing code. There is no undefined here. Apart from that, like there is a new way to also represent the define the function. What you can do, you can remove the function from here and you can directly use the task like this. So this is the new way to define a function inside an object. So let me run this code again. See, again you are getting writing code. So these are the things we have currently available in the object, and this is the way we are accessing the value of an property or value from the object. Yeah, thanks all. Thanks for connecting. If you have any doubts, let me know.